The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayor's and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Welcome, everyone, to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week, we're going to be starting with Lee Hankins in the town of Rush. Lee, what's rolling around in Rush?
Well, I'd like to thank our highway department for keeping our roads open and safe during this difficult week. And thanks to our entire staff, including our emergency preparedness officer, our clerks, our library director, for helping me to make sure that we were able to close the town down successfully and open up on time Tuesday morning. I've been working since I came into office on January 1st to find a quality liability insurance policy for the town. And after I came from my training in Corning, I found that we were offered a liability policy, but it was 400% higher than last year's policy, and our budget was only for $55,000 for liability insurance. But because of being at the training, I was able to meet other brokers that offered me the opportunity to apply for liability insurance with their organization. And yesterday, we were able to finalize a new policy that gave us all of the coverage that we need for the town for $80,300. So that was a great thing for us in the town of Rush. So we can move forward now in taking care of the issues that I started out to try and accomplish. Because of the most difficult weather that we're having right now, we are having some ice leaks. So I was able to, before coming on to this meeting, call the roofers that have worked for the town before, and I'm able to get them out to try and alleviate the problem that we're having. Also, we're trying to redesign our town board meetings so that we can have one town board meeting a month instead of the two that we're having. So we will be working on that. Workshop topics that we're going to be presenting over the next few meetings is stormwater prevention mitigation, trying to find ways to stop the flooding, or at least slow the flooding that we have been having that created a problem for us in the beginning, that created a cost for the change of the insurance that we have in the town. We had started last year updating our zoning codes, and I plan at this point, because I assured the last board that that would be a priority that we would focus on. So we are in the process now of trying to get that group back together so that we can finish our zoning codes and get them all updated for 2026. This year, we're also going to start working on our budget for 2026 and 27. And right now, that's pretty much where we are. A lot of the work that I've been doing is just trying to get organized, trying to learn the system and trying to get ahead of leading the town. It's a little slow, but we are working and things are starting to fall into place. I'm also looking for a new supervisor secretary. So hopefully that will come through sometime within the near future. But that's really all that I have right now.
All right. Thanks, Lee. It's over to Rick in Honeoye Falls. What's happening in Honeoye Falls, Rick?
Thanks, Chris. It's great to see you guys again today. It's always a pleasure to be here. Pretty brief today. I'll echo a little bit about what Lee was talking about for sure. The storms over the last week and this frigid cold temperatures have really hindered a lot of the efforts around the community as far as people getting out and really enjoying the fresh air. Although, Honeoye Falls is a walking community, certainly a dog walking community, and there still are quite a few brave souls out there. I want to also give kudos to our highway DPW departments. Their efforts over the last week have been extraordinary. It's a long process after cleaning up, especially with these types of temperatures, because once the plowing is done, once the sidewalks are relatively clear, there's still those piles along the edge of the roads that just turn into solid ice. And to get those removed is really a struggle. So why do I bring that up? Well, I bring that up because those who are walking need to pay extra attention, obviously, to the ice and the slipperiness of the sidewalks, but also they need to pay attention to the small ice mounds that are on the side of the sidewalks near the edge of the road. And also the drivers who are traveling through the community really need to watch the parking lanes on the side of the road and just the road edges in general, because those can be treacherous. If you drift off to the side of the road or whatever, you can either get caught up in slush or certainly hit that hard ice, and that can really throw your vehicle awry, which can cause some trouble. So please be careful about that. Our efforts right now is we're beginning within the village office, we're beginning our budget process for 2026, 2027 as well. And I am actually in preparation for traveling to Albany for some lobbying efforts, as well as the New York State Conference of Mayors annual winter legislative meeting. As this actual segment is being aired, I will be on the road on Sunday to Albany, and we'll be returning next week, Wednesday, after meeting with our elected officials, and then, of course, the NICOM organization and all those in attendance of this conference. So we're always working together to try to find funding that's available, try to learn from one another as far as what municipality is doing what that maybe we can dovetail on. As long as I've been doing this job, it's always something new. It never ceases to amaze me that after 20 years, everything is new almost every day. Everything is always changing. So it's a pleasure to do this work, but at the same time, if you're not learning, if you're not trying to learn from others, you're certainly falling behind. So with that, I hope everyone stays warm. Hopefully this weather will break in the near term, and we can get back to some sunshine and a little bit warmer weather. Thanks, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Rick. Let's go to Joe Elati and the town of Mendon. What's moving in Mendon, Joe?
Hi, everybody. As you've all mentioned, the big news this week is the snowstorm. Just a big shout out to our highway guys who have given up their weekends and nights and to keep over an inch an hour snowfall at one point and keeping our roads safe and clear. So I really appreciate our highway people. This week, I paid a visit to our town engineer at MRB. We discussed many of the current projects going on, um, both learning about the projects, getting updated, as well as starting to make some plans going forward. We have projects like our Stony Lonesome Road project, sidewalks and stormwater. We have learned a lot about grants. We want to be applying for more and more grants to offset the cost to the taxpayers and take advantage of that. The mayor and I attended a virtual meeting on climate adaptation and resiliency and creating a plan. That's something the county is doing with all the towns. The idea is to help us understand and manage our own town and budgets and our priorities when faced with problems associated with climate change. And there are very real costs that are a very real part of what we're faced with in decisions regarding budget and keeping people safe. And we have on the schedule, we've got a planning board meeting, a environmental conservation board meeting coming up. We have I just wanted to say that we want to encourage our residents to attend these meetings. You can check online to see if the meeting actually has business for that evening and on the town hall website. And that's about all I have for this week.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Joe. And it looks like Tim's unmuted. Tim, what's going on in West Bloomfield?
Well, just having a terrible time with technology, apparently. Everything's new. I'm new. Our atmosphere is new. Our culture at the town hall is new. It's a joy to work with my fellow board members. We've got an open board seat. We had a carryover member decide to resign December 24th. He was the deputy supervisor, so I have appointed a new deputy supervisor, Julie Evely, someone I've known for a long, long time, smart lady. And I just got back from the Association of Towns, 3-day education seminar, whatever we call that. So my mind is crammed full of all kinds of details and information and obligations and things to follow up on. So I'm swimming in the pool as hard as I can, trying to maintain some buoyancy at the moment. But I just read a fantastic article in the Sentinel. Thank you very much. So I've joined the ranks with Mr. Alati, and people know all about me now. So that's nice. I've met Joe. I've known Rick forever. Looks like some familiar faces I got to learn. We got Lee out there and Steven. So nice to see you guys. I hope to be part of this group going forward. I'm all about openness, transparency. I'd like to work with our residents, like many. I'm a taxpayer here in the community. I'm a business owner here in the community. And I jumped into this ring because I didn't feel that I was represented the way I would like to be. So it's time for me to put my feet on the pavement and try to get things done. So I welcome advice. I might reach out to you guys with questions on how you do it, because I don't like the way we have done it.
Okay. Thanks, Tim. And yeah, definitely there is a banter between the folks on this call. And so it does you well to listen to what they say, the kind of problems that they have and the challenges that they face and how they solve them. And everyone shares that information here. That's an unintended consequence of this new weekly news report. We're going to wrap things up with Steve. Steve in the town of Henrietta. What's happening there?
Well, right now what's happening, and hopefully it's not still happening by the time viewers see this, we just had a massive water main break at the intersection of East Henrietta Road and Calkins Road. There are 3 large water mains that run under there, 2 for the city, 1 that services this area. And it's heaved the road up, which is really frustrating because they just finished repaving this whole section of road. So now they're going to have to do it all over again. And what makes matters worse is it's taken out some power. So we've got all the street traffic lights on Calkins Road are out. There's a number of homes and businesses without power, so we'll be setting up warming centers and things like that. So, I guess the massive snowfall last week wasn't so bad compared to this. So, like the others, I'd love to shout out to my DPW crews, put in Herculean efforts to keep the roads cleared. We delayed opening our town hall and all of our town facilities to give them time to focus on the roads before they had to come in and clear our parking lots and access roads. So that worked out real well, and we were able to send them home. Most of our employees came in 3 hours late. We sent the DPW crews home 3 hours early so they could catch up on some sleep. So, they put in massive efforts over the last weekend. So kudos to those individuals. A few updates. The East River Road project, which was completed this past summer, received an award from the AP.
Ooh, he froze. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Yeah, Chris, thanks for coming back again. And I just wanted to mention as well, and I mentioned this last week, but again, because of the President's Day holiday weekend, I just want to remind the viewers that come to our Village of Honeoye Falls board meetings or, log on, that our meeting this month will be on the Tuesday, February 17th instead of Monday, the 16th. So Tuesday, February 17th at 7 p.m. is the village board meeting this month. Thank you.
All right.
And
Thanks,
welcome,
Rick.
Tim.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching out there in TV land or whatever it is that you call it. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1:00 in the afternoon, and it's on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. So like the page or subscribe to the channel, and those platforms will notify you when the program begins. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's paper. And hopefully we'll be able to hear more from Steve about that award when he comes on next. Otherwise, thank you. See you all next week. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.